Sorry about that. All right. Hey, y'all. Hey. Welcome. Welcome back to Energy, where we integrate our inner beings for education, entertainment, and most of all, wholeness. If you like what I do, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification before you exit the live. All praise to the Most High. Trust your intuition over mine. All right, y'all. Let's get into this energy and see what's going on today. What's going on currently for my collective, those who are finding this reading at the right time. Spirit, may everybody find what they need at the right time. May everybody receive what they want at the right time. All right. Ooh, I like this. First cards coming out the deck are kind of like what I would expect based on what just came out of my mouth. All right, so it's the Chariot and the World. Fulfillment, harmony, completion, integration, achievement, a sense of belonging. Someone could be traveling. Someone could be going on a trip. This could be seeing something differently. This could be someone moving around things in their life, wanting to expand. So this could be travel on land or across sea, or this could be traveling mentally, astrally, creativity. Okay. So it's movement. That's what I'm getting. Someone is expanding. I feel like they're also expanding their circle or expanding their mind. Someone's reach is expanding too. So that could be somebody who, whatever it is that you are doing this cycle, is going to expand for you. It's going to blow up. It's going to become a big deal. It's going to catch on. It's going to get moving. Maybe something was stagnant or stuck. So with travel, this is an opening. You could be opening up, which means that life is opening up too. So something is a reflection of you. If this is business, if this is family, if it's a relationship, it really doesn't matter here. We have Cancer and Leo energy dominantly. We also have, for fixed energy, we have Scorpio, Taurus, and Aquarius are indicated. Two major arcana cards is what we're starting off with. So I expect this to be a powerful energy read. Saturn energy too with the root chakra. Definitely this is about someone who's getting something from the ground up. Someone who is following directions, feeling guided. They're feeling guided on the ground. So someone's ears, eyes are to the ground. They're taking care of practical life. But this person is sound of mind, heavily tapped in or tuned in, connected with self. Like I said, wholeness, feeling a good sense of self, and feeling a lot of direction or movement forward. Internal guidance with the Chariot. Okay, we have, the Eight of Pentacles. Someone's putting in the work. Someone is putting in the work. Please don't come on my channel begging. Don't come on my channel begging. It's a general reading. If you get blessed, it's because you're supposed to. If not, there's a lot of other readers on YouTube. And there are some who offer private readings. You just have to pay for them. Okay. 144 is on the clock. All right, 144. Excuse me, 144. Nice. Someone's job has to do with following your calling. It has to do with you being your authenticity. This is literally what Spirit asks for you to do. That could be your job. Something about your mind, like I said, it's expansion. It's wanting to do new things, or you're being drawn to new places. That's part of your calling with the Chariot and the Eight of Pentacles. That's part of like your purpose. Okay, so you could be very purpose driven or purpose motivated. You're motivated by doing things that actually add value to who you are, how you feel, your life, your family. Like that's what really gets you going. That's what really gets you going. I had a joke, but I don't know if it'll be appropriate. I'm gonna try to keep it clean. I don't know, but you know, it really gets me going. Anything that brings in value for me and mine, that's what really gets me going. All right, let's see. Okay, well, where there is an up, there is a down. Man, never let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. And I mean that. So all of that expansion, all of those ideas, all of these new things you're thinking about, that creativity, your mind is wandering, you are coming up with you know, new ideas, the birth of new ideas with the world, things you've never done before. Some of you are thinking about trips and traveling or movement and things like that. Keep that to yourself, or be very wise and discerning is the energy of who you like share that with. And the reason is because as I'm pulling the Chariot in the upright, the World in the upright, the Eight of Pentacles in the upright, man, this is looking good for somebody, or someone's life is looking good. We come out with the Chariot in reverse. And this is someone with no direction, no control, no self-control. They seem to be self-disciplined, but in a forceful or a powerless way, like they have no choice. This would be considered to be opposition. This could be someone who's actually opposing you, and maybe it's already been revealed to you, especially if you're a Cancer. Or this could be a Cancer, but there's definitely something that's going in the opposite direction, and you need to just let that happen. It could be because, let me get more. Give me more on the Chariot. I feel like it's because they're not following their own soul. They're not listening to their own purpose. They're not, you know, going after their own goals. They're not on the same wavelength that you are on. And so it would kind of be like a waste of your time or your focus, because they're not going to listen to you either. If they're not listening to themselves, it's kind of like, what makes you think that they'll listen to you? And even if they do, they may resent you for it. They may resent the fact that you feel guided. They may resent the fact that you feel like you have this calling or this purpose in life. With the Chariot, you kind of know how to move or know what to do. If this person is not getting that firsthand, they may not have the same appreciation for you being able to. What's the Chariot in reverse? Queen of Cups. This is someone who's in a space of love right now. They're deeply immersed in their feelings. This could also be someone that has love for you. Gemini and Cancer energy coming out again. So they may have love for you. This person may have feelings towards you. It says compassion. They could be kind or empathetic at this time. They could be someone who wants to be supportive or a listening ear. That could also be the role that you play for this person. And if you're not doing that anymore, I would just continue with that. I would continue with that. I don't like this opposition energy coming up with the Queen of Cups. It's almost as if you sip from this cup, if you aren't able to see through this person's emotional response to you, like if you can't see their truth, if you can't read their truth, if you don't feel like you have clarity, then you could be drinking of a cup that comes with strings. Because currently this person is very empathetic, very much so open. It's almost like they're bleeding out, so they could be hurt. Okay, something could be hurting them at this time, or they're going through something emotionally. So they are like bleeding out, but they don't want to. Maybe they're open to you and they don't want to be. They could care about you and they don't want to. They could feel empathy towards you, compassion towards you. They could feel like they need to be kind to you, but they really do not want to, because we have opposition. Yeah, and see, it also feels Cancer, Leo, Gemini, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio energy, very strong here. But this is the energy I feel like you're in, and I feel like you detached from this person when you did it. So you followed your freedom, the Knight of Wands, even Sagittarius energy. You're doing your own thing. You broke free. You were being rebellious. You did what this person didn't want you to, or you don't listen to this person. You don't do what they want you to. So even if they feel like they're in a space of having to entertain you or do what you want them to do, they're actually not happy or obliged to do it. So they could be holding on to things, especially if they're in their emotions right now. It could mean that they're very aware of how they feel, and they're very aware of what you have not done that they wanted you to. They could see you as someone who is fearless, brave, confident, but you also go against the grain. And that could be part of you following your soul, okay? For a lot of people, if it doesn't look practical, they wouldn't equate that to following your soul. They would say it's crazy, or you're following a whim, okay? You're following something else. But following your soul's calling is not about following your emotions. Either. It's a blend of the two. It's the mind and it's the heart. So it means that you're moving according to wisdom, according to your personal truth, your internal guidance system, and it's up to date. It's tapped in. It's connected to source, to God, the universe, to a higher power. Okay, to your calling. So if that's not how they live, that's not what they understand. And right now, currently, you're in a very interesting energy. Okay, you are likely very grounded, rooted. You're embodying your full truth, but you also have all of this momentum, all of this excitement. It's like you know what you live, but you're still excited about what you're living currently and where you're headed. This person may be completely immersed in their feelings, and also dealing with third eye awakening. And sometimes that is not a pleasant experience. It is a dark night of the soul experience. We have the Lovers in reverse. There's somebody here who could be going through the ending of a relationship or a connection. There could be some kind of division here for a Gemini between them and maybe a family member, but I'm definitely getting it's like a lover. Okay, it's the Lover in reverse, and it's the Two of Cups in reverse, and we also have the Four of Pentacles. So this is a connection this person wants to hold on to. They feel like this could be karmic, right? The connection is actually karmic. It's not even good for them. It's actually justice in their life that this person is not with them, but they're not feeling that right now with the Justice in reverse, with the being in their feelings or fully immersed in their feelings, especially if they're feeling good about this person or they're desiring this person. They're going against their soul. Their soul is trying to tell them to let go of this person, let go of control over this situation. This person is not good for you. This is going to bring you or take you in the opposite direction of where you truly need to be. But with the Justice in reverse, they feel as if this was done to them like it's a grievance. They have a grievance. They're upset. The Justice in reverse, this is not what they wanted. They were clawing at or trying to control something that is out of their control, and they lost control. So this is someone who is not happy about losing control of a situation, and if this is you, they're not happy about losing control over you. Could be a Sagittarius or a Libra. They're not happy that you got out of their hands. A Virgo. They're not happy that they don't control your situation anymore, or they don't control how you see a situation any longer. This could even be how you're seeing them. You could be seeing this person or seeing this connection as a waste of time. That's why I was saying what really gets you going. Or for somebody here, what really gets them going, Scorpio, again, fixed energy, but also I have Cancer on this side. For some of you, this is a battle. If you're a Cancer, you could be battling yourself back and forth. But I have the Chariot in the upright, the Chariot in reverse in the world. So, dominantly, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, and Cancer energy. You could see this individual here who is coming up as your op. as this is a stalemate. This is a stale connection. It's not a difficult choice for you, but you may feel as if this person is making it difficult for you. You could also feel like you're stuck in the middle of something, or like this person has something going on with themselves, or they have something going on with you, but you're not aware of it. So you kind of feel as if you're like extra. You feel like you're extra. You feel like you don't really belong because you aren't really connecting with this person one on one. This person has they got some demons that they're dealing with. Their emotions are starting to manifest as entities. They're carrying entities, opposing forces. They're at a crossroad. That's why I said dark night of the soul. They're at a crossroad. That's why they're in their feelings, so that they can see with the third eye energy. Yeah, third eye again here. They are in decision making. It's time for them to make some important decisions for their life, for themselves. Okay, there's hidden information. So there's things you aren't aware of. Excuse me. And I feel as if it's for a reason. You weren't meant to be a part of it. You aren't supposed to be a part of it. So just stay out of it. We have the Sun in reverse and the Ace of Swords in reverse. The Page of Cups in reverse. Likely, if you're waiting for some kind of information from this person, you think this person's going to be open and honest with you, I wouldn't count on it. I wouldn't bet on it. I wouldn't bet on it. In fact, they feel as if doing that would be unproductive. Okay, they already feel as if your connection is not, like, things are not justified. Things aren't moving in balance. They have emotional problems with you, or on the subject of you. They could be emotionally tumultuous or temperamental. And there's a measure of emotional vulnerability that they have as well. Somebody can have trouble dealing with their emotions maturely. They're also experiencing creative blocks. All right, so like I said, just keep it to yourself. All right, what else? Somebody is begging. Three of Cups in reverse. They're begging. Betrayal, deception. Three's a crowd. Again, someone is really like bleeding out, wanting to be included in something that they can't see, something they don't understand. They want you to open up or expand their mind on this. This could be a Pisces. Y'all hear me tell a story. I told it before about my best friend from high school. And she always was begging. But she did not, like, her parents, her mother, rather. She was a single mom, so I understand it could have been tight. I was raised by part of my life by a single mother. And the rest, I had a mother and a father. But I felt like she was being taken care of just as good as I was. And I had all these different family members who were chipping in. So, no, I wouldn't say that she was really at a loss for anything. But she loved to beg. It was just like part of her makeup. She couldn't stop doing it. So this kind of feels like, I'm not sure, maybe somebody really is, needing or wanting this. But it's funny because it's coming up with the Pisces energy. But anyway, they want secrets, or they want access to secrets, maybe your secrets. They want to know your personal information. They could not be trusting themselves at this time, feeling out of touch with self. They may feel as if you could help with that. This is also someone I feel is not having a conversation with you. They could be quiet right now. They may just be looking for guidance. This is someone who can't quite see their way, and they may feel as if you may have some information. You may have some information that could assist them with that. Now, I'm not saying that you do. It says they're accepting surface knowledge, so it could just be what they've heard about you or what they think about you. They think you may have an inside scoop on something that they are personally dealing with. But if this is not someone that's having a real conversation with you, or this is not someone that you're tapped in and tuned into, and see, I feel as if there's a reason why you're not getting into it. Because it says gossip. Three is a crowd. This also could be someone that you're not part of their social group. You're not connected in their social group. You don't know what's going on in their social group, and it's for a reason. You could have separated yourself intentionally, or there are situations that were out of your control which mitigated this separation. I would call that divine intervention. Okay. Hold on. The card fell on the floor. What's going on? The Hierophant. Okay, the Hierophant and the Magician. Someone could be creating something very, they're using a skill or an ability in a very masterful way. This could be someone that is being looked up to. This may be someone's position of authority, or this could be a job that someone is considering taking, a partnership that someone is intending to create or they're trying to manifest here. We also have Virgo, Taurus energy. There could be a Virgo trying to connect here with a Taurus, or trying to build some kind of spiritual connection here with a Taurus. Yeah, it looks like they're working on it. Hold on one second. Oh, the Empress. Okay. You're disconnected from, there's some kind of battle going on around you. There's a battle or a conflict going on around you, but I don't think it's touching you. I feel like somebody could be trying to connect with you, but they can't do it. Thank you. Whatever your name is, I can't see it. Ash2 or something like that. I'm not able to understand what you're saying. Yeah, that's what I'm getting here. There's somebody here who is trying to get information or trying to find out something. They're trying to create a connection with someone in order to get information, but they're not able to. This person actually could be upset because they're not able to. Like they can't get entrance to you, and they may feel as if like they're hostile. They're kind of intimidated by the fact that you're able to hold up some kind of barrier or boundary to them. This could be someone that you're guarded toward naturally. This person could feel defeated here. There could be some kind of competition on who can connect with you. Somebody's stressed the fuck out because it's a no. It's a no. I don't know what this is about, but yeah, it's definitely a Taurus here. The Empress, that would be your boundaries. That would be a fortress, but this could have to do with you energetically. This person cannot access you energetically. They cannot access you energetically, and there's something they're trying to get information on, or there's something that someone is trying to connect with you because they're trying to get information and they're blocked from it. Again, this could be divine intervention. Somebody's nosy as fuck. And they just can't get it. They're getting hostile, they're getting upset, and they continue to get defeated. I don't know why they don't stop. What else do we have here? Yeah, the Empress. You could be a parent or something like that. Somebody, this can have to do with your child. They're blocked out. They can't see what they're trying to see. They can't get what they're trying to get. Yeah. No, they're not getting it. Okay. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Someone is bleeding out on purpose. That's why I said that. Watch that. Someone is bleeding out on purpose or trying to send emotions your way. Okay. It's not working. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Again, you're doing the work. Somebody in this energy, fixed energy, is very relevant here. But you're doing the real work. You got people playing games here with the Magician energy that are trying to imitate what it is that you're doing. Yes, baby. Go ahead and get it. Put the money in the, you know where to put it. They're not doing the real work. What they're trying to do is connect with you. It's weird because it feels like they're trying to make a sacrifice to connect with you. Like they're doing this emotionally, energetically. They could be laying down their ego, submitting to you in some way. But it's misdirected activity. Misdirected activity. This could be affecting their focus. It also could be affecting their reputation. I feel like it's something that's being seen. Somebody knows. Here. Here. Can you throw this in the garbage? Thank you. All right, we have sorrow, shattered dreams, underachievement, overindulgence. So someone is overindulging in some dissatisfying feelings. Okay, so someone is angry or not happy. They're angry, they're not happy. This person could be reckless. They're focused on superficial needs or superficial desires. This could be someone that actually wants your forgiveness. The energy feels oppressive though, but it's coming in as like a helping hand. But I would be careful with that. It's like you're prone to illusions here. This could be I feel like this is a situation you've already gotten out of mentally. Just continue with that. If this is someone that you don't connect with, or you don't let them get in your head anymore, or you don't really have conversations with them, it's a reason for that. This could be a protection for you. That could be that protection that you already have up. I will continue with that. It says freedom, regaining awareness, release, freedom, survivor. That kind of feels as if somebody, like when I said that the anger was real, that somebody's disdain for you is real. It is, and it seems like it's kind of a big deal. Anytime you're making a sacrifice of who you really are in order to affect someone emotionally and mentally to the point that it is causing you issues, it's too much. They are really hoping that this is going to work though, but I feel like you're already having a new beginning. For some of you, we have the Ace of Wands and the Emperor to the Empress. So some of you are in a divine connection. Oh, it's game time. Some of you are in a divine connection. Here we go. So there was a divine connection already. That's a connection that broke down. And there's another connection that's coming together, and it must have something to do with the connection that broke apart, because it's the exact same cards. But it's an upright. We didn't have the Ace of Swords, but the Ace of Swords is a truth that caused the issue. This was the beginning of the conflict. Someone's Two of Cups and Lover's energy was in reverse. Somebody lost the Lovers and the Two of Cups. Now it's coming out in the upright for the Emperor and the Empress, who are having a new beginning. So somebody has a new spiritual partner. Someone has a new divine masculine, a new divine feminine. They are attracted or attracting. The energy is united. And I feel like someone is, there's a warfare going on around you, surrounding it. You may not know anything about it because you're exactly where you're supposed to be in your protective barrier or boundaries. Within your protective barriers and boundaries, and this is where you need to stay. Someone wants you to get back in your head, get overly concerned, and get in your mind, but I feel like you've just been liberated from that. Okay, that means that somebody is going to war to put you to sleep. So be careful what you feed on, be careful what you eat energetically, what you're listening to. If it's negativity, if it's pessimism, I don't even care what the mirror is showing you. Own your truth. These are illusions. It's a spell work. Spells don't last long. They break. They got about 12 hours. You heard us, Cinderella. You fell asleep. You fell asleep. This may be, it's going to be about 12 hours. Don't worry. The truth, the clarity will be coming back to you. Okay, yeah, this is like a curse that needs to be broken. That's crazy. But I would say if you want this connection and this connection is real to you, is fairy tale-ish. So you know what fairy tales come with? Not just the goodness, but it also comes with the other side of it. Same as the Bible. If you believe in God, then it means by default you believe in the opposite, which is the devil, because there's an up and there's a down. So you have to make sure that you are aware of both sides of it, but try not to get too tempted or taunted or tricked into getting stuck in your head on negative issues. That is trying to bring you, someone's trying to swap with you. That's a destiny swap, where they can get you to fall into this pessimism, this darkness, this worry, this fear. It's like trading emotions with you. Not even body swapping. This is more so just energetically getting you to take on a more negative stance or a more negative viewpoint of life, of yourself, of what it is that you're living. This would put you in a lower vibrational energy, which would give this person control or dominance, or like they would have a hold over you. Someone's trying to get the upper hand, usurp authority. That could be another situation where I was saying someone was trying to use or access children. Those are real low lives. It shows how desperate they are. But they would try to connect with your child in such a way, because children will open up the door. They don't know. They'll open up the window. They don't know. You have to teach them. So make sure you are talking to your children. Okay, if your child has an imaginary friend, because see, I used to go to the Kingdom Hall, but who knows? When I was a child, who knows if those were demons or God? Who knows? Only I know now, but it took a long time for me to have my powers of perception trained. But when you carry the high priest or the high priestess energy, it's likely because that is a legacy of your family. You are heavily tapped in, tuned in to spirit. But spirit is not just one thing, it's all things. So you have to be discerning. And so even with your children, you want to teach them about their abilities. If you have abilities, teach them about their abilities. Imaginary friends, imagination, all of that is wonderful. All of that is fine. But you do need to make sure that the energy that they're tapping into, the energy that they're connected with, teach them the difference. There's a bad energy. It tells you negative things. It's not so nice to you. It makes you feel worried or scared or like you can't be yourself. And then there's the friendly ghost. Oh, look, Casper or God. Hello. You want to teach them about God and the devil, even if you're not very religious or spiritual, so to speak. But if you are in this high priest or high priestess energy, your third eye is awakening, you're going through a dark night of the soul, this shit is real. So it means that what you're going through, your children will go through too. If you don't teach them, they're just going to pretty much, that is going to be something that could bite them later on in life, and they'll think they're going crazy if they don't understand. So it's way too much information out here. What you learn, your children learn also. And you can pretty much tell where your children are and what they're connecting to by what you're connecting to, how you're feeling. So pay attention to your emotions, pay attention to the energy that you're tapping into, and then it'll be easier to maneuver and to understand and see what's going on with your child and what they're connected to. Okay? How it's affecting them, whether it's affecting them positively, negatively. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I wouldn't get too wrapped up in the darkness of it, because it does look like somebody is going through a dark night of the soul. They could be aware that you are in this Empress energy. And this is the energy they're trying to connect to. They're trying to usurp authority over that energy. But they can't, because you're in a divine connection. All right. Yeah, we have the Emperor. And if this is not with your partner, then you have united with your whole self. This is alignment. That's the power of alignment. For some of you, you have the benefit of having a divine counterpart, which means that whether you're in alignment or not, some of you, whether or not you have, whether or not you're aligned, okay, you can fall, you can break down sometimes, you can get angry, get pissed off. And when you have someone else that can catch the ball. If you have a partner that is in the same frequency, energy, and a divine connection, they're tapped in, tuned in, high priest, high priestess energy, that is, it's a safety net because they got your back. For some of you, though, you may not be in a connection with a person, but you are connected with yourself, like wholeness. I would call this like the Holy Trinity. It's you and God. Okay, it's your connection with source. It's your connection to your highest self and to the source of all that is. You are aligned, and that is creating the same protection and boundary that you would have if you were aligned or in a partnership with your counterpart. Okay, with your equal when it comes to energetic frequency, awareness too of your third eye, and the ability to maintain mental and emotional stability in these kinds of energetic warfare situations. Okay, so yeah, some of you have a person and they're assisting you with that. That's an added bonus. And for some of you, it's just you. You're just a fucking powerhouse, literally. Aries, okay, we really could have an Aries here. We could have a Taurus for sure. But you're you're an energetic fucking powerhouse. Damn. All right. That's the energy. That's my time. In case I didn't see you in this live, this is me and mine's blowing you kisses, waving and saying good afternoon, good evening, and good night.